In the year 55, there was an apostle named Paul who wrote a letter to some friends in a land called Corinth. "Dear friends," he wrote, "I want to tell you about the surprising and generous ways in which God is working in the churches of Macedonia. Fierce troubles came down on these people, pushing them to the very limit. The trials exposed their true colors. They were incredibly happy, though desperately poor. The pressure sparked an outpouring of pure and generous gifts. I was there and saw it for myself. They gave offerings of whatever they could, far more than they could afford, pleading for the privilege of helping out in the relief of poor Christians. You see, they had first given themselves unreservedly to God and to us. The other giving simply flowed out of the purposes of God working in their lives." In the year 1981, a pastor named Paul stood before the people of Central Wesleyan Church in a land called Holland. "God wants to do more through us than we can imagine, to reach the world with the gospel." He challenged these people to pray and give. God wanted to use these people to channel His money all over the world. Faith giving was born, and the people did pray. And this little church in the land of Holland set a goal of giving $20,000, nearly doubling giving of 1 year prior. Both young and old were involved in seeking what God might do through them. And God answered. The sum given was over $32,000. Today, in the year 2010, the people of Central Wesleyan give over $1 million for outreach every year. And people are giving more than just money. In the last 20 years, over 180 have entered full-time ministry. They are serving in places like Azerbaijan and Thailand, and places where few believe there is a God. In the last 10 years, the people of Central helped to sponsor over 1,300 national pastors to be trained to reach their own people, and they have helped to start over 70 churches around the world. Central Wesleyan also cares about bringing physical healing. They have adopted a village called Bambali Bana. More than clean water, food, and education, they are bringing the gospel of hope to these people, all because the people gave and prayed. Now there is you. Will you join us this year in asking God what He would have you do? Will you commit to pray for a missionary, or how to serve on a mission trip, or join the hundreds of other Central Wesleyan families who give beyond their ability to see God's name proclaimed around the world?